I, Krishna, speak to you now about the shadow that often falls across your heart. Has this ever happened to you, my dear one? You freeze as the board results load on your screen, 87%. Then your phone pings. Your friend got 95%. You type congrats with a smile that doesn't reach your eyes. Your chest tightens. Why them and not you? Same book, same tutoring, different outcomes. I see how your friend just sent you a message saying he got admission at your dream college. Your heart sinks. But you sent him a heart emoji and replied congrats. I watch you as you scroll through your phone, maybe in between work meetings, maybe just killing time, and suddenly there it is. Your colleague posts about landing that coveted position at Google you have been eyeing for years. Or your friend shares stunning photos from their vacation in Santorini, azure waters and white buildings that seem to mock your unused passport. Or the classmate who barely seemed to study is now announcing his promotion to director, complete with the corner office you have been visualizing for yourself. And you smile. Of course you do. You tap that heart icon and then perhaps type a quick congrats or this looks amazing. But deep within, I see something tighten in you. A small voice rises, whispering through your chest, when will it be my turn? And you love them dearly, you truly do. But this sensation is a bitterness, it's jealousy. And then almost instantly, shame follows close behind. You wonder, how can I harbor such feelings towards someone genuinely I care about? But pause, dear one. I, Krishna, ask you to consider for a moment which part of you experiences this jealousy. In the Bhagavad Gita, I reveal this truth in chapter 3, verse 42. The senses are higher than the objects, the mind higher than the senses, intelligence higher than the mind, and the soul is even higher than the intelligence. That flutter of envy when your colleague receives the promotion you have been working towards, that's merely your mind reacting to perceived scarcity. Yet the awareness observing this jealousy, that's your higher self, which requires no validation through comparison. But then why does jealousy arise even towards those you sincerely cherish? I tell you now, it's because your mind unconsciously believes their gain somehow diminishes your possibilities. Their European sabbatical shared in perfectly filtered snapshots feels like evidence of your own stagnation. Their announcement about joining that coveted tech firm somehow makes your current position feel inadequate. And yet, I, Krishna, assure you, their achievements don't diminish your potential. And sometimes, what you're feeling isn't about them at all. It's actually sorrow impersonating as envy. It's that tender ache wondering when you will receive that dream job offer, when you'll find yourself exploring distant shores, when your creative endeavor will finally break through as your cousins just did. And this is where transformation becomes possible. Not through forced positivity, but through gentle curiosity. I ask you, what does their triumph reveal about your deepest yearnings? Is their promotion to management stirs something profound within you? Perhaps it's illuminating what your spirit truly seeks. If their spontaneous Bali retreat create a longing, maybe it's pointing towards a freedom you have been denying yourself. Let their victories serve not as a measure of your inadequacy, but as a guidepost to your authentic desires. And when that jealousy surfaces as you scroll through another wedding announcement or home renovation update, don't resist it. Acknowledge it compassionately. Here is my mind falling into comparison again. This is just my longing, wearing a different disguise. This simple acknowledgement creates breathing room. And within that space, you step outside the emotion. You become the witness, just as I taught Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Gradually, your perspective shifts. You begin celebrating others' win, not from obligation, but because you've stopped interpreting their career advancement, exotic travels, or public recognition as threats to your own worth. In the Gita, I express this beautifully. The greatest yogi is one who feels the pain and pleasure of others as if they were their own. And no, this transformation won't happen immediately. This journey isn't about achieving perfection. It's about finding liberation. Because ultimately, what's destined for you will arrive. That perfect opportunity, that soul-nourishing connection, that moment of recognition, It might not manifest at your timeline, but I, Krishna, promise you this. It will appear when you have developed the capacity to receive it fully. The wisdom of Gita doesn't guarantee life's fairness, but it reminds you aren't the tornado of comparison when your former classmate launches their successful business while yours struggles. You are the vast sky through which these thoughts merely pass. I am with you always. Through every comparison, every doubt, every triumph, look upon your life through my eyes and know your true nature. Beyond this temporary shadow of the mind, yours, Krishna. We are hosting a powerful, the Mystic Circle, a space where curious, conscious minds come together to reflect on how the Gita's timeless teachings apply to our modern lives. From career and relationships to mental health and inner peace, nothing is off the table. Want to be the part of it? Comment below the Mystic Circle and check the description and pinned comment for the link to apply. Have you joined our community? Subscribe to our free weekly email, The Mystic Letter, where we explore bite-sized insights from the Gita, ancient Indian texts, emotional wisdom, and modern consciousness tools. And don't miss our WhatsApp community. Check the description and pinned comment for all the links to join. Don't forget to like, share it with your fellow seeker, and comment below with your reflections. Or just send the Mystic Circle if you want to join our deeper community conversations. Your voice, your energy, your presence, it all matters here. Let's grow together, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Subscribe for more Gita wisdom every week. Radhe Krishna and take care.